Hi everyone, welcome back to Rockhound, and I have my second batch of tumbled rocks for my Rocks in a Box series. These ones I found in a river in upstate New York. These ones came with the National Geographic rock tumbler, or this one I did buy at a store in upstate New York, but I'll just put it in that pile. And these ones I found in Florida. Most of these are just some, I believe, landscape rocks, except this one I found off of a beach on the west coast of Florida. So let's do the ones that came with the National Geographic rock tumbler first. I think this one's just a little piece of agate. It's not the greatest, but I'll tumble it anyways. This was advertised right here as a piece of sapphire. It is really hard because it didn't wear down that much when tumbling. It kept its size, and I had tumbled it for probably about 3 weeks in the first stage. Let me know if I should keep trying to tumble this, and if you think that that nice blue color will come out. It doesn't really seem like it will, but let me know if I should keep trying to tumble that in the first stage. This one's pretty interesting. It's got a bunch of banding in these little like fortifications. It's very interesting. Very pretty piece, I think. You can see me some banding right in there. This is just another piece of solidite. Pretty nice piece. Here we got another piece of tiger's eye from the first batch. Well, came in with a National Geographic tumbler, so it's unfortunate that a lot of the rocks that come with the National Geographic tumbler have little pieces like this, and I just left it on there, so. But it tumbled up nice. Slippery. Here's just another piece of clear quartz from like the last one. See how like it's all the way through it, so. Right. Let's take a look at some of these. These are like quartz pieces, and I found them off next to the sidewalk at one of the beaches I go to down here. There was supposed to be a giant hotel that was being built there, but a hurricane actually came in and destroyed it when it was being built, so in the end, they just turn it into a little nature preserve, and like the beach quite a lot. And it's just a bunch of these like rocks over there. I mean, I'm not really sure what it is. I believe it's just quartz, but it's got a bunch of. This one has a lot of inclusions in it, and they're pretty transparent. See, it gets lit up all the way through. I think it's a pretty rock nonetheless. Here's another piece. This one has a lot of inclusions too. This one's a little bit more clear. Lights up. Oops. Piece. I mean, they're pretty rocks, but it feels kind of cheap because I feel they're just all like right next to each other. It's not even like I'm really hunting for them. This one's a nice amber color. Didn't do the best job tumbling. They should have left them in there a little longer. Now this is This is pretty cool. This is from the west coast of Florida, over by Tampa, and it is actually a piece of Chalcedony. It's a you find them in very dark, almost black, or a deep blue, or maybe a light brown. You can kind of see in there. This is from the ocean floor actually, and it's kids on the beach from dredging. So that's pretty cool. Kind of see in there almost. At first I saw some other YouTuber who called this Agate's coral, but that never really made any sense to me. And had a rock hounding book for all 50 states, and it mentioned this find specifically in there as Chalcedony in it. So this will definitely have some close-ups at the end. I got some nice pictures of this before. Also, it is a very hard rock. It's definitely like maybe an 8. Oh, sometimes there's also little pockets of crystals in it. Right there, you can kind of maybe see it. But very hard rock. It doesn't round off very fast. I mean, I had this in the tumbler for a couple of weeks in the rough stage, and you know, like this was just not white, like grinding down right there. But it is very smooth in the end. Alright, so all these rocks I had found in a river in upstate New York, near the Adirondacks, actually. This is really pretty. Sparkly. Not really sure what it is, but it's one of the more perfect rocks I tumbled. It's just pretty much got this one little piece right there. Not really sure what kind of rock this is, but it is green, and it has quartz running through it. It was much darker in one of the stages. I pretty much lost where it was when I was tumbling this. I believe this is just a giant piece of Chalcedony. Light shines through it. I might need to retumble these, but in the end, I didn't have enough material in there, and in the last stage, they were just clanking around together. And since it was only my second time in the last stage, I wasn't sure if that was bad or not, and I have a bunch of these chips in it, so I might go ahead and redo this now, since I do have some ceramic media. I did have plastic beads, but I don't really like the plastic beads that much. The same thing happened here. That I feel like this is all like fractures that happen, and it's hard to see into it. But I believe this is just another piece of Chalcedony, and light shines into it pretty well. You know, a lot of these I wasn't even expecting it to turn out like this. In the end, it was like covered in this dark material and swamp river gunk. And after the first tumble, the first week of tumbling in the rough stage, I was like, oh my god, that's pretty. I wasn't expecting it. So I was pretty happy with that. So I might try and retumble this sometime too, but that'll be down the road. Here's just another piece of sandstone. I don't really think there's any imperfections about this. It's pretty easy to tumble material. It's pretty soft. I think it's probably about a 5. It grinds away a lot faster than the other material, so you can pretty much get it smooth after a week or two, or perfect after a week or two. This one's pretty interesting. It's got quartz in there, and I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe, I guess the white kind of looks like sandstone, and it's got quartz running through it. But it's a pretty nice rock in the end. this one was also surprised, just like this one, but that it was a piece of Chalcedony. Maybe this one is an agate. I'm not really sure. It looks like it's got some stuff running through it. Kind of like a wood grain. When I was watching all the Rockhounds on the Montana on the Yellowstone River, they're like, when they show off their agatized wood or fossilized wood with the wood grain in it. I'm not really sure if that's wood grain, but there's definitely some running in the same direction in it for sure. Try and focus. This one got a little banged up too, so maybe one day I'll retumble that. Kind of. If you've seen Agate's recent video on tumbling, he had the same thing happen to him too. Yeah, there's a big chunk right there. I wish that didn't happen. Alright, so here are my prize possessions. So this, from last week, this piece of amethyst too. This was one big piece of amethyst. And it was on my first rock hounding trip in the river that it was my first overall after watching it on YouTube and getting a rock tumbler. All three of these, or four, was just one giant piece of amethyst, probably, about like that somewhere. Can't really tell how it was put together anymore, but they're all one giant big piece. It was just one giant big piece. I took a hammer to it and broke it apart like a dummy. But unfortunately, like in the last stage, in stage 4, that happened again with the cracking. But I think it's a really beautiful otherwise for that. And I tumbled them for a couple weeks in stage 1, but never really seemed to get rid of all of the little imperfections. It's such a deep purple, and some light gets into it. I'll show you guys, but not very far in. So I also feel like it doesn't have the best shine because it's got like that pixelated look on it, so maybe I even have to do just stage 4 again. The back side of this never really ground down pretty good, but this side did. Looks alright. Here's the last piece of it. The side on this side is very smooth. Unfortunate, more cracking there from last stage and chipping. So that's it with this rocks in a box. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment below and tell me what you guys think, if I should retumble any of these rocks or not.